Mm. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of The Breaks Radio. I am one of your hosts, CEO Hayes, and we are joined by Miss Mary Almonte, the Yum herself.
What's up?
We also got the great one, Baylor the Great, is in the building.
Yay, yay.
All right, we're waiting on Marquis, but while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and jump into our topics for this week. And something that happened today, and I don't know when to bring this up in the show, so I figured we might as well just bring it up. Unfortunately, young Dolph was murdered today, and I didn't want us to go through the whole show without mentioning it. Definitely rest in peace to him. Prayers out to his family and everything. And I guess I want to present this to you. Also say your piece on it, but like to quote Baylor in our chat, like, or no, I think it was you, Mary. When is this gonna end? The loss of young life, like it's it's so rampant, and it's unfortunate in general anyway. But it's even more sad when it's somebody young. I'm 35 and saying that, but Mary, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think this is awful. I mean, I would say I'm surprised by how it like affected me when I heard the news, which Baylor broke for me, by the way. Um, but it's becoming so commonplace. I mean, I feel like are we going back to like the 90s? Like me being a teenager in the 90s, I definitely felt like, it was starting to become commonplace for our hip hop stars to be kind of murdered.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I really do feel like what is going on? Like,
Yeah,
what is this? And, I'm sure Baylor will talk more about this because he witnessed more of it from what he told us. But I was even seeing people kind of likening this to a Nipsey situation. And I guess the one similarity that there is that, like, they were people who gave back to the hood, right, that they came from, and they were successful and could have easily, like, left that all behind them, but they stayed there, patronized the local businesses, tried to build things up, and then end up dying in that way. And it's just senseless, and it kind of, I don't know, that makes it like extra hurtful. It's like, what is wrong with us? For real.
for sure, for sure.
That's really it.
What about you, Baylor?
Yeah, it is similar to the Nip situation because shortly after the confirmation, they shown a video of him that at that same store, just purchasing some cookies 7 days prior, and then he goes back and then he's gunned down. And I'm personally like I'm not rolling with the whole narrative that once you get some money and some fame, then leave the hood. I understand what that means, but at the same time, they should be able to go back to the city that they were born and raised in and show some love because it's like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If they don't go back, they are called a sellout. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's like, how do they win? And of course, I I can honestly tell you, I don't have a lot of Dolph songs in my library, but that's not the point. Like that's like the hip hop culture raised us,
mm-hmm.
and he's a part of hip hop culture. So we just lost a cousin. You know what I mean? Like we lost somebody again.
For sure. I mean, you guys both hit the nail on the head there. It's unfortunate. It's sad. Um, and Baylor, I love your point there of like giving back to the hood, but then at the same time, sometimes you just need to get away from it. It's not. Let's not. I don't want to try to make sense of something senseless because at the end of the day, there's no reason for him to lose his life, and it's something that needs to be done within our own culture, and we need to figure it the fuck out because this is not a good feeling, and it sucks that it's something that we can bet on happening 3, 4 times a year, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, moving on from that to something that's not positive either. But DaniLeigh, is it DaniLeigh or DaniLeigh? I never know how to pronounce her name. And the baby, this DaniLeigh, this whole drama. Shout out to Mary for like putting me on what the hell was going on. And then like now she's been charged with assault. And I made the comparison. I think I was actually on the phone with Marquis that this makes me think what the social media like reactions and everything would have been if Ike and Tina Turner had social media back in the day. But this is just it's
Hmm.
ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. What do you think about it, Baylor?
I don't know who she is,
Really?
right?
What?
I don't. Yeah, no, I
Mm,
don't.
Oh,
I
she's
don't
got a
know.
lot of songs with. Yeah, she has a song that's pretty popular with Chris
Brown,
Brown.
yeah,
Yeah, she's at least on the East Coast. She's gotten pretty far.
yeah,
Well, I mean, whatever circle she runs in, including I don't follow them cats like that either. To be to, to be fair, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't. I mean, I could be around some kids that's that's familiar with her, but I just don't keep up with a lot of artists like that all the time. So I didn't know much about her or anything about her at all. I just seen a video that looked disturbing. You know what I mean? Like besides the fact that they have some type of entanglement going on, there's a child involved, and we're talking about getting put out and getting the police is involved and stuff like that. And then it's even worse because he's involved in another situation. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So he's in the headlines for something else that's disturbing. So that's the only thing that I got from it.
yeah. Mary.
Oh, there's so much to unpack here, honestly. And again, like I'm seeing this as a parent. I'm seeing this as someone who has had their share of baby daddy drama. Maybe not to that effect. Well, back in my baby daddy drama days, there was no Instagram yet. So it was a little different. But and her being a young mom at that, right? Like, it was kind of heartbreaking to watch it because it was just on many levels. Number one, the baby knows he was wrong for going live, but he claims that she was beating on him, which, listen, I'm a mother of a son and a daughter, right? So I always feel like if a woman hits a man, then she should be prepared to fight like one. But, um, you know, this could be very damaging to her career. And mind you, like
Yeah,